Forgive me if you're watching on the replay. I'm trying something a little different this morning. And sitting up here, you can see my mess behind me. You don't normally see this side. This is just storage of product. And I have the pretty stuff on that side. But for today, I'm doing it this way so I can talk straight to the camera and not run back and forth over there. Let's do this real quick. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am live on YouTube packing orders. There I am. Do you want to come join me? There's one person here right now. Come join. Let's post that on Instagram. If you're not following me, what's going on, Marcus? I'm going to put that up there right now. And then all right, forgive me. So I got that all out of the way. Thanks for coming and hanging out this morning. I've got 31 orders going out today. If you're catching this on the replay, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And leave a comment on there. I will do the replay on live as well. Hustlin' Fools AZ, what is going on? How are your guys' weekend sales, Marcus? And Hustlin' Fools AZ, let me know down in the comments. I was kind of slow till Sunday, and then Sunday kicked off and did some pretty rocking sales for me. Ended up, like I said, with 31 orders, and let's get started. So normally I wait for a few more people to pop in. I'm just going to get started with some of the lower dollar sales, and then we'll move on. Hopefully you guys have lots of orders that you are packing and shipping and sending out yourselves as well. Let's do a real easy one. Sold Castle Season 6 DVD. We had 6 packages for $200 in profit. That's good. Pretty slow, about $1,000. Hey, $1,000 that's not slow. That's pretty dang good. Let's see. Castle sold for $15. Paid $1 for this at a Goodwill. I just throw these in a bubble mailer here. And then off they go. Part-time, we don't do your numbers. That's all right. You gotta start somewhere. I tell you, I had a much better angle. You like this, Greg? I set this up literally with like 10 seconds before I went live, and said it either looks good or we have a really crappy camera for the live. I wish I would have set it up on that side so the pretty picture would be on this side instead of my ugly storage behind me. But you know what? I'm a reseller, and you can see my box pile. Yes. This is the life of a reseller with just junk and junk and junk. So if you missed the first item, it was the Castle Season 6, and poly mailer it is, sold for $16. See, now this is going to mess me up a little bit because where I normally have my pile of boxes as I ship is now a big-ass light. Forgive me. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. And a pile of DVD VCR players that I haven't dealt with. I tested them all on Saturday, and they're ready to go, but I haven't listed them yet. Sold this Lenmar phone battery. Sold it for $20 on Amazon. Picked this up for 99 cents at the... how much money going out this morning? I picked this up for 99 cents at Ace Hardware on clearance. I got about 10 of these of different kinds. This morning I have $1,593.76 going out. My cost of goods. So on the replay, there's only 3 people watching now. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching on the replay and you like this number, give me a thumbs up. $1,593.76 is the total dollars going out. The cost of goods for the items that I sold today, $84.54. $84.54 into $1,600. That's pretty dang good. If I don't say so myself, and I lost the box that I built for this. I built some boxes before we went live, so I would be faster at this, but it is what it is. All right, 7x4x2 box. Hardware stores are often overlooked for clearance and arbitrage. I agree. These wouldn't have sold on eBay. I doubt it. I don't even have them listed on eBay. They are listed 100% only on Amazon because there was no sellers on Amazon. So I got to pick the price. And so for every single one of them, I just picked 20 bucks. And I don't know, that took 2 months to sell, maybe. But that's not bad. 2 months, 99 cents into 20 bucks. This is battery, Amazon, bam, and into the pile, ready to go it goes. Let's see, let's do some hats. Let's do some hats for fun. We lost somebody, whoever it was, thanks for hanging out. We lost 2 people. We lost 3 people, oh my goodness. Billy, thanks for what's going on. Chi-Town Picker, I sold this pink dry fit Nike hat, paid 50 cents for this at an estate sale, and sold for 21 bucks. And you know, since this is a floppy hat, I don't think I need to do a box on that. I think I'm going to, I think I might just poly mailer this. Oh no! The shelf you guys are on is in a plastic drawer that was holding up my laptop. There's not an earthquake for people watching on the replay. Yeah, I don't need to do anything special with this. It's just going into a poly mailer. It's a $20 hat. Worst thing that happens is it gets wrinkled. I am not worried about that. I will tape shut the edges just for fun. If you're popping in and you weren't in earlier, I know you sell sometimes. How were your sales this weekend? Decent profit. Horrible. Hopefully decent. Nike hat. Bam. Label. Off to the side it goes. So the Napa racing hat. It is Chase Elliott. And number 9 there. Anyways, I paid 75 cents for a couple boxes of these at a yard sale, and this one sold for $16.99. Since this one is a little bit stiffer, it will definitely go in a box. Fit in there. Nice and good. And for shit. I don't think my camera likes the amount of lights that on. It looks like to me it keeps getting lighter and darker. Is it doing that to you guys? Napa hat goes down in the pile. Let's see. I sold Linda Rodstadt book. I got this for $0. This was a free throw-in at an estate sale this weekend. If you saw my story on Instagram where I bought all those purses, I paid 200 bucks for all of these purses, and I paid 20 bucks for a pile of other stuff. And then there was another little pile that they said, okay, you can just have that for free. You haven't listened, but well, that's all right. Most of the time when I'm listening to stuff while I'm packing and shipping in the mornings, I ain't watching either. I'm just listening to the person. And it sucks when I'm watching like a garage sale video, something like that. You're watching a garage sale, and then you can't really listen to it and watch and pack at the same time. You're turning over your head. And it sucks. So I like to listen to the ones where it's people just talking. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So let's see. Linda Ronstadt book. What did this sell for? I totally forget. Albert Smith, Ja Rule. Have photos remote. I didn't write down what this one sold for. What a crock of crap. Well, now you gotta bear with me for a second. It sold for a total of $12.99, so not much. So I'm just gonna put it into a poly bubble mailer, and it'll be safe enough. It's not a collector item or anything like that. Greg says, I don't watch garage sale videos. I need stuff that won't give me the urge to grab the phone and look. Yeah, Yeah, that's the same thing here. If I run in the background and then I end up wanting to stop and pay attention, or what, you start hearing like little whatever, they pop something up on the screen and you can't see it, and then you have to stop working, and yeah. So I'll end up listening to this is Linda, like Daily Refinement or something like that, because it's just like his podcast or group chats or whatever. Let's see, let's do some records and get these records out of the way because they're taking up a bunch of space on my table. You know what? I didn't even pull in one of the records. It's still in my garage. So I'll just have to tell you about that one because I've locked my door. I don't even have an exit right now to make room for all this stuff. But we'll do some really silly ones. I sold the Cha-Cha slide by Mr. C, the slide man, the Cha-Cha slide. If I knew how to do the dance, I would do it for you guys right now. If somebody wants to call out the moves, maybe I'll try it. Maybe not. On the replay, let's see, we got, see, I lost a person telling them I was going to start dancing. The Cha-Cha slide sold for $14.99. I paid 10 cents for that in a big record buyout from somebody. Is that the to the left, to the left, to the left? No, that's the Cupid shuffle. I don't even know. You know what the fun part about reselling? You don't have to know what it is. You just have to look it up and find out if it's worth money. And if it's worth money, you list it for what it's worth. And if it's not, don't buy it. I don't know how to do the Cha-Cha slide either. All right, so neither one of us has to dance, or Marcus, I would have you come on with me and we can Cha-Cha slide together. Record box is down there. Someone is at home right now Googling how to Cha-Cha slide. If they were watching this and they didn't know. Anyways, I sold Ja Rule. This one, it is Down Ass Chick. Love me, hate me, put it on me. And this sold for $12.18. Paid 10 cents for it in that record buyout as well. I still have about 100 records from that record buyout I haven't even listed. It's just most of them were like these. They were like $10, $12 shipped records, and I just wasn't excited about listing them. So they're decent profits. I mean, that you can't get too mad at that, and I should do it sooner than later because media mail shipping going up. It's not going to be $2.98 anymore, or $2.89, whatever. It's going to be $3.19, right, for the cheapest media mail shipping. But if you've watched any of my other videos, I tell you guys a trick. If you sell records, hopefully you guys see all my videos. But if you don't, it's okay. I don't hate you. I still love you. We can be friends. But I put all my records at £2 rate. The reason I do that is it charges them $3.25, or maybe a little bit more right now. But charges them a little bit more, and it pays for the box, because these boxes are like 50 cents. And if you charge the £1 calculated rate for media mail, Ja Rule, then you're only going to get enough to just cover the shipping, and you still have to pay fees on the shipping. What is going on, Chris Flip the World? Did you guys see his sales today? He got $1,500 in shoes going out this weekend. What it do? That was my Chris impression. Anyways, I sold a remote. I sold this car remote. I got it for free. This wasn't in order right now, but because Trash Army is on the video right now, we'll go into one of these trash for cash. I got this out of the free pile at an estate sale. Buyer ended up paying like $90-something for this. It's overseas shipping, which is the biggest part of that. But I get to keep $59.99 out of this. So rockin' sale there. hopefully everybody would know how to do this, but yeah, hashtag trash army. If you don't, this remote, you can see right there, it's got the brand on it. And then in the back, there's a little sticker in there. And this thing is being dumb and doesn't want to focus, or you can focus, not going to focus, and whatever. Got a part number on there. I was able to look up that part number and see what vehicles it fit. And I went and found it on Amazon, and it had a listing of all of the different vehicles it fit. This thing worked with 69 different vehicles. 69, or 169. That wasn't as exciting. 169 different vehicles. And I was able to just copy and paste all the different vehicles that it worked with and put that into my listing. And so now, not only somebody searching the part number, but if they were searching for a 2003 Chrysler Caravan entertainment center remote, that mine popped up, and it was awesome there. Anyways, so it's bubble wrapped. Just going to put that into a 6x4x4 box. I probably could have put it in a 7x4x2, but again, this is an overseas sale. It is just going to Kentucky, and then they'll deal with the rest from there. Remote. What is my strategy when it comes to estate sales? So I have two things. I go to estatesales.net and I look up what is available at them, and then I decide which way I want to go, because on mine there's a big community and it's like 10 miles long, 10 miles wide, probably longer than that, but wider than that. But anyways, you can start at one end and work your way up, or you start at the top and you work your way down, depending on which one has the better stuff at the first pictures on the estate sale app. That's where I start, and then I just work my way through. I look for electronics. I look for sealed media or DVD sets. That kind of thing is my main stuff. Golf clubs have been huge. You're going to see an estate sale golf club in a little bit that's going to blow your mind, like crazy blow your mind. If you didn't want to follow me on Instagram, you missed it already. If you follow me, you probably already saw it. But my strategy, stuff's falling down over there. My strategy is to look for obvious stuff first, and then stuff that people would miss second. So something like this silly thing, I'll just go ahead and pack it right now. It is a weather radio, and it's by GE. Doesn't even work. I tested it, doesn't work. I listed it as not functional, but I only paid $1 for it at the estate sale, and it sold for 20 bucks. So something like that people might not necessarily think about is something that you could grab. Same thing like this US Robotics little thing. It's an old crappy modem, and I don't know what they're going to do with this thing, but I paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $29.15. So silly stuff like that. It may take a little while longer to sell it, but it'll sell. And I like to look for things that are not as obvious. Mr. Dabber Dad, what's going on? I generally like to, if you want to know, like even in more depth, we've got 8 people watching, 6 thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you had an awesome sales weekend. Post your sales numbers below if you don't mind. Or maybe not even sales numbers if you don't feel comfortable, just the total number of items going out today. If you're watching on the replay and you haven't done it already, give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. So even more in depth on my strategy for estate sales is I like to start in the living room. I start in the living room because that's where the DVD, VCR combos are going to be. That's a lot of the time where the sealed media stuff is. So if you're trying to go after DVD sets, stuff like that, shout out Resell Dojo. If you haven't watched his videos, he's a really good guy to follow. He's local. We need to do a pick-off someday. But, oh yeah, that fit perfect. You don't even know. Lost my packing paper. Where in the hell is my packing paper? How do you lose a big roll of paper? Absolutely outrageous. I'll tell you. Whatever. I've got some ready to go. And I honestly have no idea where my packing paper is. Probably in one of these boxes right here where I moved all my bubble wrap to make room. I'm getting lost on my story. Story time with Dave is no good today if I don't finish my story. 10 people watching, 6 thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you had an awesome sales weekend. Drop it in the chat. How was your sales weekend? This is the GE radio. Anyways, as I was saying, squirrel brain off topic. I start in the living room. Then I generally will move to like the side bedroom, like the guest bedroom kind of thing, because this is an elderly community. That's where you're going to find the vintage cameras. That's where you're going to find the vintage calculators, printers, that kind of stuff that they stick off to the side in normally their home office kind of thing. So I go living room, home office, then generally garage, because that's where the golf clubs are going to be. And I make a ton of money on golf clubs. And 11 people watching, 6 thumbs up. Appreciate it. 2 more thumbs up right here. Who has 2 thumbs up? This guy. What's the other part? Put it in the chat. Anyways, and then I'll go through the other bedrooms and stuff and look for shoes, vintage jackets, vintage t-shirts, that kind of stuff. I normally blow through those a little bit faster. And then the bathrooms are always just kind of on the route. Check bathrooms for sealed vintage perfumes. Even used perfumes can go for really well. Beauty products like face creams, that kind of stuff, sell amazing online. Sold this Logitech Harmony remote. It's in the package, but it's been used. So I sold it as used, but I put it in the package for the pictures. This Logitech remote sold for $33.42. Paid $2 for this at an estate sale. Remotes can do great. Like I said, that was 30 something bucks, and then I sold that other one for 60 bucks. Almost $100 in 2 remotes today. Fellow resellers, we picked up cast iron chicken cooker, weighs 9 pounds, decent sized cast iron pan. Any suggestions on shipping? See if anybody in the chat has anything for you. Me personally, I would pack it up into a brown box. That's whatever the smallest size you can get. Go to like Lowe's and get a heavy duty small or something like that. Put it in that box, pack it as good as you can, and then just weigh it and ship it through eBay on probably UPS ground or FedEx ground. Harmony remotes are definitely a bolo. Anybody have any different suggestions for him on shipping that big cast iron pan? I think the biggest thing you want is there should be no wiggle room in the box when you're done with it. If it can move and slide in that box as it's going, so for those of you who weren't earlier, maybe that was the cha-cha slide. Is that the slide around in the box, cha-cha slide? Anyways, if it can move, then it has a big chance of coming out of that box. So don't let it move around in the box. You want it to be as tight as possible. Done. Logitech. Bam. So it goes down into the pile. I sold, so speaking of estate sale pickups, I sold this Sennheiser. It's for headphones. It's just the charging base for the headphones. So the headphones sit in here and charge. The headphones were not there, but this was, and I got it for $1. And I sold the Sennheiser for $18.18. So not a ton of money, but something that had good sales history. So there was only like 3 listed and 10 sold. I knew it would sell, and it did. So easy money there. Yeah, I'll put some bubble wrap on it. I already have some boxes pre-made. I took a quick peek at some of the stuff that was going out this morning and tried to get ahead of the game by building some of my boxes in advance. So we'll have that. Right in this box. 10 people watching, 7 thumbs up. Let's see. All right. So that one is done. Let's do this Ricoh camera. I sold this Ricoh camera. It is parts only because I didn't have a battery. I ordered a battery off Amazon and it was the wrong battery. So I sent the battery back and I just listed it as for parts because I couldn't find the battery for this. This thing is worth like $150 if it was working with a battery, but I just couldn't find a freaking battery. So I sold it 4 parts, $71.16 for this non-functioning, no returns, 4 parts camera. eBay Addicts. Mr. Jeff says, how are you doing with your watch time hours on YouTube? I don't remember my total number right now. 2,200, 2,300, something like that. Like 796 subscribers, unless somebody subscribes right now. If you're not subscribed, you can check that button down below. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed. But I'm assuming you're subscribed if you're watching my channel right now. These lives, to be honest, I was debating on continuing these lives. I did them all last week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's when I generally ship anyways. And I was doing my videos, and then I would ship, and then I would edit the video, and then upload the video. And it took a lot longer. Yeah, I'm about halfway there. 798. All right, so I popped a few more on. My average what sold video was getting around 16 hours of watch time. The live what solds like these that I'm doing right here, the live packing shipping, my average one has been like 20 to 25 hours. So these are getting a lot more view hours, less total view count, but more view hours. So what is going on, Jennifer? So for the time being, I am intending and planning on continuing to do some more lives because I'm getting a 2-for-1. I was going to pack these orders anyways, and I would probably be sitting in my office talking to myself or watching one of Marcus's videos or Chris's videos or something like that. If you haven't seen Marcus been stepping up his game, he just got a new GoPro. His last video was friggin' awesome. He's got some better editing skills than I do. That is Dixon's Pickens. If you don't know who he is, he's in the chat. What is going on, Flippin' Sports Guy? He's got a lot of stuff going on. How's the married life treating you? Rico. Ricola. 13 people watching. That's freaking awesome. And somebody is calling me. And now they hung up. They don't want to talk to me anymore. Live is good for YouTube, so you don't have to take time to edit. Yeah, I don't mind editing. I like to, I'm trying to see what gets the most views and the watches and all that stuff. And like 13 people hanging out with me right now. 7 of you have given me a thumbs up. The other ones are kind of deciding, and they're like, who the hell is this guy? I don't know if I really like him or not. Just saying, hey, smash that like button. Appreciate it. Sold a printer. I parted out an HP printer. Shout out Tim. Can you be a reseller video without shouting out Tim? Chris told me that. Anyways, this sold for $10. It was just a part off of a printer that I bought for the print head. Paid $10 for the printer. Sold the print head for $89.95. And I just sold this for $10. So not bad. And have it's in one of the smaller boxes right here. Did you finish selling all that NASCAR stuff? Or your cassettes? You gotta give us an update on that. If you've had an update on it, and I'm sorry, I'm a bad friend. I try to watch. I am behind on YouTube. of catching up on other people's stuff. I normally watch every evening, and I do a lot on the weekend. But I have an acre yard, which is crazy. And my grass had gotten out of control. We had seeded, it got in, and finally, we got an irrigation, and I couldn't mow. And then it stormed, and it never storms in Arizona, and so the yard was too wet to mow. And then by the time it was dried out enough and I was ready to go, I had wasted some time, and I said, okay, it's time to go. And then we got irrigation early, and my irrigation is never freaking early, so the yard was just a muddy pile. The grass got about this tall. This tall grass on an acre filled 50 42-gallon trash bags of grass. If you want, I can go take a picture of it after this, throw that up on Instagram. That's what I did with all my free time. It took me 8 hours, with the help of my father-in-law, across 2 days to mow that yard. Because the mower would go like 20 feet. Grass is high right now too. I guarantee it wasn't as high as mine. Do I have a push mower? No, it's a riding mower. So I would go like 20 feet with the riding mower, and it would fill the bags up, and then I would have to drive back over to the part of the yard where the bags were, dump the bags, drive back over, do 20 feet, drive back. Oh man. What did I just pack? Oh, the power cord. I'm getting lost in here. I can go over there. All right, let's do this. I already told you guys about this one. Paid $1 for it. Sold it for, what did I say? US Robotics $29.15 on there. I believe. No, I don't think it's going to fit in there. Nope, that is too big. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. But it'll fit in here just fine. Sounds like not fun. Yes, not fun is the correct answer. You know what's even worse? I don't know if you guys even know what's worse. I live in Arizona. And it was 115 on the days that I did it for the afternoon. Started in the morning when it was like 85 at 6 a.m. But by the time I finished, it was like 104, 105, and I'm just dying. So, yeah, fun stuff. US Robotics. That can go over there. I don't know how I want to pack this. Back to the Future. Who forgot the thumbs up? Yeah, who are you? Appreciate you hanging out either way. You don't have to like me. You can give me a thumbs down if you want to. I hope you don't, but either way is fine. Sold the DeLorean time machine. Picked this up at a St. Vincent de Paul. Paid $4.99 for it, and it sold for Back to the Future, $50.28. Figured lived there when you said irrigation day. Yeah, we pay for flood irrigation. So there's a hole in the ground, and water just comes rushing up out of it for an hour or whatever, and then it's a flooded, muddy mess for about a week before you can go out there. And then 2 weeks later, it happens again. And 2 weeks later, it happens again. But it's way cheaper than paying for like sprinkler system for that big yard. Oh man, it's like $190 a quarter for the grass, for the irrigation, which is nothing. Like that's really good compared to paying the, you guys want to hear something sad? I don't know how sad it is, but the first few months when we were starting the grass from seed, we had to water it by hose. So I was out there with a hose and a sprinklers, and I had 3 different hoses going from different spigots. And so the hoses are going and sprinkler, and I took a whole freaking day to get the yard watered. And then I'd have to go out the next day and do it again. And then I went the next day and did it again. And at the end of the month, 2 months in a row, we had $600 water bills. $600. That's crazy. But it was going to be $50,000 to sod it. And I said, heck to the no on that. We're going to seed it and see what happens. And it came in good. Took a little while. So it cost me like $600 in grass seed. And then the 2 months at $600 on the water bill, and then I had like a $300-something water bill, and then it went down from there, and it hasn't been bad. Yeah, $600 water bill, the beauty of living in the desert. You know what's funny? He's not on here because he's at work, but if you don't follow Eric, Red Mountain Resell, he lives in Maryland, and I was on the phone with him the other day, and we were talking just about business and all kinds of fun stuff. And he said, is it true? I heard in Arizona you guys have rocks instead of grass for your front yard. That can't be true, is it? And I'm like, yeah, it's true. I'm like, you don't want to pay for grass in your front yard and go out there when it's 120 degrees and mow that. And he thought that was fake. Yeah, way better than 50 grand. That is not a joke. That's not a joke, by the way. That's true. We ended up landscaping my own front yard. The house I'm living in, we bought it as like a project. We brought it from a family. I say family loosely. It's a lady and a guy, and they were getting divorced. They ran out of money. The husband cheated on the wife and got another lady pregnant while she was pregnant. Drama. Anyways, lots of drama. And I was sending out yellow letters. I don't know if anybody is familiar with what those are, but basically trying to reach people who are interested in selling houses, because I'm also a real estate investor. And I got in touch with this lady, and she said, hey, I have a house for sale, and do you want to come check it out? And I came and checked it out, and it was incomplete. It was mostly done, but there was no floor. There was no blinds. The closets were bare, so there was no shelves in any closet. There was no mirrors in the bathrooms. There was no lights in the bathrooms. There was no driveway. There was no fence. There was no landscaping anywhere. Let's see, what else did we do? There was no ceiling fans in the living room. You have to have those in Arizona. And so we bought it, and we got a smoking deal on the house for significantly less than what it was worth, because nobody else could get a loan on it. You couldn't get a loan on it if you couldn't put down at least 50% of the purchase price. And we had sold a rental house, and we had the money to be able to do that. And this is not a braggy story, but it's just saying we had to put a lot of money into this house to get it to the point of where it was. Ooh, look at that. William Bartlett just subscribed to the channel. If you're in the chat, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Oh, let's see. Where was I at? This was the Back to the Future. In ways. Now that's stuck on my screen and I can't see the chat. All right. Let's do some shoes. There's a few people in the chat that do shoes. LL Bean. If you were not here at the beginning, you didn't hear the numbers. $1,593 weekend. What's going on, Angie? So $1,593 weekend. This is the next thing that sold. Paid $5 for these LL Bean boots right here, and the LL Beans sold for I don't freaking know. You ever have a time when you just can't read your own handwriting? Here's what stuff sold for. Can you read it? Can you find it on there? LL Bean, $60. $60 these sold for. And I believe they will fit just fine into a shoebox. What do you guys want to talk about? 800 subs. Oh, you guys are awesome. I just need 1,000 more. And maybe all right. But I appreciate everyone that I get. 12 people watching, 11 thumbs up. Hopefully you guys are all packing awesome weekend sales or listing some stuff so you can have awesome weekend sales. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna fit. Those are totally gonna fit. I'm gonna wrap these because they sold for a little bit more. I don't want them to get all scuffed up because they've got like these metal eyelets on them, and I don't want that scratching up the other boot in there. Congratulations on 800. 1,000 is next. I hope so. Everybody in here who does YouTube, like actively does YouTube, sometimes like it feels like you're rolling, and other times it feels like you're never going to get there. I've only been doing this since February, so I'm not stressing, but it's just like those weird days where sometimes I'm like, oh man, yeah, it's awesome. I'm rolling. I'm getting tons of watches and subscribers. And then I think I've been at 500, or I've sat at 500 subscribers forever. And then it moved on, and I've been at like 750 forever. And now we just hit 800. So you son of a... These are just too tall to go in the shoebox. Doing way better. Been at it since January, not even at 300. But yeah, you got that other channel that's way better than that. So it depends. But I ain't stressing. I'm just doing this for fun. Congratulations. Thank you, Miss Angie. All right. I don't like the way they fit in there, so I have two options. I can either build another box and slide it over this one, which I may just do that just for fun, or I can put it in one of these and cut it down. And I think I'm going to decide to do it this way. So for fun, you see how it is, but you can see, hopefully you can see, it's way up here, right? It's too high. It's not going to close, which sucks. So we're going to take one of these and cut it in half. Bam. Let's see, let's do it. Which one do we want to do this way? I need a half box probably. Anyways. Take my knife. Rough up the edges. I don't know if you've ever messed with this, but fun little shipping hack. We got another channel, Marcus. Got a sneaker channel, Sneaker Geeker. Yep, there it is, right there, Sneaker Geeker. Marcus got started a lot in the reselling game with hype sneakers, and so that's what his other channel is. I told him at one point he should just rebrand that one, and he'd be a lot closer to monetization, but he is growing this one from scratch, and he's doing great. Subbed. Jennifer is like the biggest reseller community supporter, cheerleader. If she was a mod, she'd probably be dropping links right now. I don't even know how to do that, or I would do it. And now I can share it too. I just enjoy this channel more. Yeah. Did you guys catch Marcus's last video? you didn't, go check it out. I would highly suggest it, especially for newer resellers on there. Let's see, this is LL Bean. Bam. So let's do some more shoes. You want to see some more shoes? I sold these Converse. I got the zebra stripe. They are they're in pretty good condition, no insoles, but for whatever reason they just don't go for much. They're a size 11. These are, let's see, I don't know, are these going to fit in one of these? If you hover over a person's name, you should see 3 dots. Give you an option to add as a mod. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. All right. Angie, Greg, and Marcus, at least for now, you guys are all mods. So if you want to drop your links, go for it. Let's see. I don't know if these are going to fit in here or not. I paid too much for these shoes. I thought they were something special, and they're not. There we go. My channel's probably the only one out there that Jennifer was not a mod on. Yes, she is officially blue. These Converse sold for 35 bucks. Not happy with that. Like I said, I paid $7 and change, so I'm still making a decent profit, but it's not what you want as far as like margin and all that fun stuff. So it is what it is. They did fit just fine in there. These are the cons. Off they go. Let's see, I'll show you this one. But it's already packed. It's already packed. I sold this for 25 bucks. It's 4 pounds, 10 ounces of mixed Lego. I was running a 20% off sale of everything that had been in my store for 30 days or longer. And then I put a 10% off coupon on my store. And I didn't say this on the last one, but on Fridays, I didn't look at today's. On Fridays, what sold live, 10 of the 15 orders used that 10% off coupon to check out. So if you're not using that coupon, public coupon, I would suggest it as maybe worth trying. So this person used 20% off promo, and they stacked the 10% off on top of it. So I won't make much on this, but I only paid $1 for the Lego. And all right, I sold this TaylorMade. It's like a backpack thing for your golf bag. This sold for $45, and I paid $2 for this at an estate sale. 13 people watching. Appreciate you very much. That is probably okay to go in a poly bag, but I'm going to fold the straps, so I'm going to put it in a box. Okay, Chad is still there. I didn't think it was moving. Y'all are quiet. But we got 12 people watching and 12 thumbs up, so I'm happy with that. Happy but not satisfied. You want to know a fun story? Used to be a retail manager, and I had a manager who I reported to, and every single time, Kelly, what's going on? Hopefully you had an awesome sales weekend. Hey, y'all, Joe, nice sales weekend. Maybe it's everyone is listening. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, you guys don't have to be in the chat. You don't even have to be here, but I appreciate you no matter what. And that's the point of this one, is just I want to be in the background while you guys are packing and shipping, listing, being productive. Anyways, story time with Dana. Getting lost there. So anyways, every time I would tell him something amazing, so I just beat this goal. We were supposed to do $50,000 and we did $80,000, something like that. And he would say, and you're satisfied with that? And I would be like, no, yeah, we probably could do more. And it was just a funny thing. It was always, and you're satisfied with that? And kind of the point was like to push for more. And there was one day I finally went back to him when he said, and you're satisfied with that? And I said, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. That's freaking awesome. And he started laughing and he's like, good. He goes, I'm just busting your balls. But anyways, fun story. Want to see something weird? This is something weird I sold. This is a 1912 United States Certificate of Naturalization. Never enough. That is true. And this was where somebody applied for a passport in 1950 using it, and it's how they became a citizen in 1912. And this 1912 certificate sold for $22. I have maybe 10 cents into it from an estate sale. So I am going to put this into cardboard, I believe, that I cut off of that other box. So it's going to be sandwiched in there. I am going to tape the edges shut, and then I'm going to put it in a poly bag. Maybe two. Had good luck with old documents like that. Usually find them in lots at estate sales. That's exactly where I found this. They had $50 on a big pile of stuff, and it was the last day and it hadn't sold. And look at that. Now you're motivating me to work harder. Yep. So are you satisfied with that? Nope. I want more. And they were asking $50 for this whole stack of stuff. And I said, I'll give you $5. And I said, I don't know what any of that is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll give you $5. And the guy said, sold. I said, okay. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I bought it because the auction professor, I was on an auction professor kick at the time, and I was watching like all of his stuff. And he was selling a ton of ephemera, which is what this is. I sold off of that $5 buy. I've probably sold $350 worth of paper out of there. And I still have a little bit more to go. So definitely worth looking at. Let's came across some World War II postcards, sold for $250. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Some of my biggest flips, as far as percentage-wise, have been old ephemera, that kind of stuff. I sold some sample cards for posters. They were samples for psychedelic posters, and $5 into $350. I have so many like that. Estate sales and yard sales are the only place you're going to find that. You can go to the bin stores and all that, and you might make some money. You're probably going to make some money, but you're not going to have as many $1 into $500, $5 into $350s as you're going to have if you hit yard sales and estate sales. If you stick around to the end, hopefully you all stick around to the end, my second to last thing I'm going to show you is a $2 into over $400 sale. $2 into 400 plus. So this is 1912. Do not bend. Do not bend. Who knows if they'll listen to that? Oof. I didn't bring in all the boxes that I probably should have to do some of these things, but it is what it is. Super excited to find your channel. Moved to Arizona 5 months ago and started reselling 4 months ago. Learned a lot from watching you. Appreciate it. If you ever see me at one of the estate sales or something, say hello. I would love to meet you. Sold this a lot of books. They are religious books of some kind, a life of faith. And these are LCs, so whatever. There's 8 different ones. I got these for $1 a piece. Keeping an eye out for you. I'm on the west side, so if you're on the west side, you're most likely to see me there. Anyways, paid $1 for these, $8 total, and these books sold for $66.94. And because they are books, they can go media mail as long as I put them in a brown non-USPS box. And I believe, oh yeah, they're gonna fit in there just fine. Just fine. Subbed to all you guys. Thank you, Cheryl. Good morning. What is going on? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want me to talk about? I can ramble about almost anything. Can you hear my dog barking? Grandma just got here to watch the baby so the wifey can go to work while I'm in here working. And my dog barks at everybody, even us. Even if she sees it's me walking in, I can walk in, I can be in the house already where she sees me, and she'll still bark. She'll be like, hey, who the hell are you? Why are you in my house? Something like that. That's what I envision her saying when she's barking like crazy. How long have I been a reseller? I have been full-time since January. I've been reselling in some capacity for 20 years. Some capacity or another for 20 years, but officially just reselling. That's my main income since January. And then YouTube since February. How about you guys? How long have you been reselling? Drop that in the chat. Look at that, I got to use a box for my recycling box pile, so I'll have to cover over this, and I'll show you. I don't try and peel that stuff off. Waste your time. Just grab another label and cover over it. And then I may just put the other label right over this as well, but don't try and peel boxes, because what's going to happen is you're going to peel the box, you're going to peel off cardboard, it's going to be ruining the integrity of the box that you have. So just leave the label on, cover it up. Joe's been reselling 2.5 years, managed pawn shop for 10 years. Before that, count that as reselling. Yeah, I was a retail manager for a Home Depot for 20 years. 10 years for Cheryl. Working on getting on your level. There's a lot of people who do way more than me. You got to try and get on their level. How do you prefer this angle? Same. Trying. Maybe I'll put it over here next week and you'll see that, or on Wednesday. I don't know. We shall see. I'm here to please. I'm here to entertain. Do the same with the label. Yeah, cover them up. Don't peel labels. Cover them up. How to Draw Manga. I got this book, a yard sale for 50 cents. I paid for this. 15 thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate that. How to Draw Manga sold for $21. And I am going to bubble wrap and polybag this. How many of you guys, you got to admit, if you do it, how many of you guys peel labels if you reuse boxes? So me and Greg are on the do not peel. We just cover it up. What do you guys do if you're a box reuser? You ain't got to lie to kick it. Tell me what you really do. If I do this, I always just make sure it, oh, Kelly's a peeler. You jack up the boxes. Does any of the box ever come off? How long does it take you to peel a label? I think that's really the thing. I sat there one day and I was peeling a label and I couldn't get it off. And I just thought the box looked like trash at that point. And I was like, I'm sending something in a used trash box. You know, like my buyer's not going to be happy with this. Plus I was messing with it for like 45 seconds. And I was like, man, I could just put a sticker over this in about 1 second and be done and move on. So if you reuse 10 boxes, 45 seconds, you just wasted 5 minutes of your life peeling. I said that the book sold for $21. I paid $1 for it. I do not bubble all books. If it's going in a box, I'll just maybe do a quick wrap. I'm going to put this one into a poly bag, and it is a soft cover, and I do not want to have it get like ruined or something. So it just helps it to keep the pages from fluffing open. So I bubble wrap it like that. And we're going to put this one in a pink poly bag. But like you saw earlier, I sold the book. Well, maybe you didn't see earlier because you were just listening. But I sold the book earlier for $11, I think. And NPT Adventures, congrats on 800. Appreciate it. I think I hit 800 during the live stream today. I was at like 796 or something when I started. And Marcus told me I hit 800. So that's awesome. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. 17 thumbs up. That's a lot. I appreciate that. Anyways, the book that I sold earlier for like $10, I just put it into a bubble mailer, and that was it. No extra protection. It all depends on how much the item costs. Manga. What else you want to talk about? You got questions? Drop them in the chat. I'm happy to try and answer anything I can. If you want to know how to get through a death pile, don't ask me that because I've started and I'm probably only halfway through it. Do you think these lives are helping growth? I don't know if they're helping growth because I see a lot of the same names in here, but they're helping the watch hours. So I get a lot more watch hours on this. Like I've been on live for an hour now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 things left to pack. I'm not going to show you me packing all of them because one of them is going to take like 20 minutes to Frankenbox something. But it's helping watch hours for sure. If you guys enjoy the lives, you should invite people. This next Wednesday, I'll be in live too. And I didn't like advertise this either. Like I probably could have put up a thumbnail and said, hey, come join me. And maybe it would have showed more people and they would come check it out. But these are just, I'm testing and seeing what works. So like last week, Greg said that I should put the camera over here, and so I could pack and ship and talk, and it wouldn't be like over there. It used to be over there, and that computer over there, and that monitor, and now you're over here. Yeah, Jennifer trying to get watch hours. So my last live on Friday got 25 watch hours, and it wasn't even my best live of the week. Monday was my best live of the week as far as dollar amount, and the Friday one got the most watch hours. So I don't know. I think I'm throwing books under $30 directly into a poly mailer. I'm sure UA is way smarter. Yeah, I just don't want returns and drama. I have returns on all my items, buyer paid returns, but if it gets there and it's damaged, then I have to accept the return and pay for it to ship back, which is just media mail, wouldn't be a big deal. But I think my American Bubble Boy bubble wrap, they can screenshot that and thumbnail it. Is cheap enough that I'm going to use, that's the big bubble, I use that for electronics. I have tons and tons of the smaller roll, which I'm going to probably run out before we finish up today. Let's see, I sold a Poly Pocket. Cha-ching, something else just sold. I sold Poly Pocket. I paid $4 for this at a Ross. It was like a clearance thing. And Poly Pocket sold for a grand total of $38.48. I was stalling because I couldn't figure it out. $38.48. Let's see, was that a sale or an offer? Just for fun. It's a best offer. Ooh, I did get a sale though. I sold something for $105. Flip the World liked something. I've got 2 voicemails. Look at all these alerts since I've started. That's crazy. A whole bunch of them are from a cook group that I'm in. Anyway, let's move on from that. I don't want to bore you with that. So let me see. Did not pre-do this one. Hoping I can get it cheap enough to ship first class. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm going to just put it in here, and that's going to go first class on there. Definitely want to get watch hours. All right, I sold Tina Turner. I paid $2 for this. It is the collected recordings, the 60s through the 90s box set. I paid $2 for this at an estate sale. Got a whole bunch of CD box sets, mostly blues and all that. And Tina Turner here sold for $29.34. Amazon throws them in a plain poly mailer. Done the cost analysis. Yeah, like I said, I think the quick bubble wrap is, if it's cheap enough, I'm just going to throw it in something like that. If it was a hard cover without a slip cover, I'd probably just throw it in a poly mailer. But I see both ways. I totally see both ways. I do sing to myself a lot. I try not to do it too much because I ain't that good at it. This person specifically messaged me and said, this is for a present. Please make sure it gets there safely. Wrap it extra careful. Favorite Misfits song. Mommy, Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight? Where Eagles Dare is good. What's your favorite one? Green Hell. I like a lot of them. I saw the Misfits in concert in Vegas 5 years ago or so with Juice Head. If you like the Misfits, you should check out Juice Head. They're on the same label. And go listen to Covered in Blood. It's It's not as bad as you think, for those who are not into that kind of music. Covered in blood, you don't look so pretty. You're gonna die. I'd sing it, but it's got bad words in it. But I like it. I wonder if they would copyright strike me. They're such a weird band. I doubt they even have a copyright enforcement. All right, that is Tina. Tina is gonna go. Actually, all right, so that is Tina Turner. I sold some Parker. Anybody else have a favorite Misfit song? Sold some Parker Heat Seal. These are little pages that go into a binder, and you put your photos in there, and it seals it shut to stay in there for a collage. I paid $5 for a giant, I mean giant, like that big stack of these at an estate sale, and I've sold probably $100 worth so far. These ones sold today on top of that for... What did I do those as? Photo, Parker photo pages, $21 for these two right here. And these I did bring in. Cardboard for that. That's too tall. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Have to say goodbye to the wifey. Remember earlier when I said, Greg's got to go. See ya. Appreciate you hanging out. When I said I go to estate sales and I look for the stuff other people would miss, the weird stuff, like these photo slide pages, whatever, those are a thing that a lot of people would miss. And that's why I was able to get them super cheap and make some good money. So if you can't see it, I'm just sandwiching it between cardboard, taping the edges all shut, and then I'll probably put it in a poly bag if it will fit into one of those big ones. Maybe a white one. I don't know if I have one that's large enough for this to really fit in. So I knew these would sell when I got them, the Parker Heat Seal stuff. Something else just sold. Yes! But I knew they wouldn't sell fast, so I did not pay much for them. So when they were cheap enough, and I said, screw it. I just need to sell one, and I'll be in the profit and making money. And then anything after that is extra. Let's see, what is that? Now let's see, North and South DVD just sold for $18.99. A Futiba transmitter just sold for $105. A Perfect Tens just sold for $60. Those all sold since we've been live. So they're not pulled and not in my totals. $1,593 is the total today. Plus, what was that, 160? I don't remember the other one. Nope, that is going to be too big. So these are not going to go poly bag. I'm just going to double up the tape on the edges, and it'll go first class. What you got? Any other questions? We dropped a whole bunch off the chat. We've got 9 people watching still. 18 thumbs up if you've made it this far and you're watching in a live replay or something like that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and drop a comment. Really means a lot to the channel. If you're not subbed, subscribing to the channel means a lot as well. If you're not investing for your future, you really should. Down in the description, there's going to be a link where you can get 4 free shares of stock. You get 4, I get 4, just by signing up for an account with Webull. All right. Photo studies. All right, that's done. That's done. Let's see. I think at this point, let's see. Maybe I'll grab those other couple that sold, and we'll do that. But Puzz 3D, I need to get to the high dollar one because I'm gonna start dropping people. We're hitting an hour and 15 minutes. I sold this 3D puzzle for $60. Paid $5 for it at an estate sale. I'll have to get a bigger box for this. I don't know if I have one over here or one out in the garage. I'll have to grab. And I think I showed you everything else except these last 2. Sold this washing machine panel. I sold this before the buyer got it, and it says Series 700 right there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. They bought it, and they said, oh, I thought it would also fit a Series 600. So they returned it and sent it back. When they sent it back, I kept 50% because they used it. It was brand new, had the plastic wrap, everything still on it. So I kept 50% of that. So at that point, I was already in the profit because the amount I paid for it minus what I paid for shipping and getting back, I was already like 20 bucks into the profit. Sold it again. The next person also bought it for a Series 600 and said, oh, I didn't read. I thought it could also fit a Series 600. So this time I sold it a third time for $169. I'm already like $80 into the profit on this thing. I have basically no cost into it. I messaged the buyer and said, are you buying this for a Series 700 because it will not work on a Series 600, making sure you read the ad, etc. They said, yes, it's for a Series 700. So off it goes. It was so frustrating getting it back the second time after all that. All right, we got 8 people left, or if you're watching on the live, forgive me. I hope that you made it. I talked way too long about a bunch of other stuff. This putter right here, this looks very unassuming, brass putter. I've sold brass putters before for all around like 20, 25 bucks. So I paid $2 for it in a estate sale, knowing I could get at least $20 for it. And I looked it up. When I looked it up and saw how much it was selling for, I was surprised. It is slightly cracked right here, selling that cash register 3 times. Yeah, so anyways, it's got a slight little crack to it right here, but it's vintage, it's old, and it's super freaking rare. This sold for $416.84 with shipping and everything included on a best offer. Paid $2 for this. $2. 416 bucks for that putter. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pack that and look at this point. Unless you guys want to keep me on in the background, maybe I'll pack that putter and then end the live and deal with these last couple ones and the few 3 or 4 that popped in here. So I'm going to start packing this. If you've got any questions or comments or whatever, drop them in the chat, and I'll keep it live at, oh, you know what? I sold one more thing. I forgot to show you. So the Star Trek picture right here, I'm not going to pack this on camera because this is going to take way too long. I've got to get pool noodles and the right box and all that. This sold for $85. I paid 20 bucks for that. So anyways, last chance for questions if you've got them. Well, 11 people watching. You just missed me talking about this, so I'll pop it real quick. Paid $2 for this in an estate sale. Sold it for $416. Is a Ping K Karsten 2A putter, and apparently these are super freaking rare, and I got a whole bunch of money for it. You know what's fun? I did not know it was worth that much when I bought it. So I was pleasantly surprised when I went to list it. It sat in my golf club death pile in my garage for probably 3 months. That it just sat out there. Maybe I could have got more for it earlier if I would have sold it faster. But it sat out there for 3 months, and one day I saw Steve over at Resell Dojo said, "Oh, I'm going to list my golf club death pile," and he only had like 10 clubs, and I was like, "I've got like 30." So he inspired me to. William, I was number 800. Interesting things in the video. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking out the channel. So anyways, if I knew it was worth that much, I would have listed it a long, long time ago. But I took pictures, and I was just going through, and basically what I was doing, list golf clubs as soon as you get them. I should, but I'm a slacker. And I get caught up with shiny object syndrome, where something else is more exciting. I list the more exciting thing, whatever that is, or the easy thing. So I'm like, oh, I've got a whole bunch of DVDs to list. That's going to be, I could list 30 DVDs super fast versus a golf club that I've got to wipe down and measure. And so what I do is I save them all till I have 10 clubs or whatever to list, so I can clean them, then set the whole area up, get the measuring tape, all that, and ready to go for that. Picked up a kid's set yesterday, listed it for $150. I saw that. I couldn't tell in your picture what that was. Let's see. eBay sent me a notification. I was just making sure it wasn't somebody. Nope, something else sold. All right. So I didn't go over the whole thing because you've seen it. But anyways, $416. You saw me build the club box. You're going to wrap this one a little bit more than normal because it is such an expensive club. We do not want anything to happen. And yes, I will insure this one. Just make sure it gets there safely. And if it doesn't, then I'm covered through insurance. So if you guys ever see old brass putters, I would give them a second look. Most of them are worth $0 to $20. But if you get the right one, $400. Right, so that's all in there. Nice and tight. I didn't lose anybody. Any more questions, comments for the chat? After I get everything done today, you saw it on Instagram at Dana Invests. I cleaned and tested, and I have 8 DVD VCR combos ready to list today. So they're all clean. They just need to be photographed and listed. So I'm going to do that after I get these all shipped. I still have to Frankenbox something to fit that washing machine panel in. That's going to take a minute. It's going to take me a minute to find the right size box for this Puzz 3D puzzle. That Star Trek thing, that's going to take a while. So again, I don't know. Literally, this video would be another hour probably if I showed you packing those things. And I don't think you want to see that. So let's see. I'll show you. One, maybe 2 more. This is that north and south one that sold for 30 something bucks, I just said. Oh no, $18.99. It's sealed. If this wasn't sealed, it wasn't worth anything really. But I paid $1 for it, sold for $18.99. It is just going to go bubble mailer, and that's it. Special with this, I do always take the back of bubble mailers just in case the adhesive strip is trash, because that does happen. North, south, that's ready to go. I don't honestly know where the other one of the 3 things that sold was. This is the other one. This one just sold for $105. It is brand new, sealed vintage RC control, and you can see it's got the original price sticker on here of $264. That is crazy. But anyways, it's in bubble mail, or it's in styrofoam in there already, so I'm just going to put a little bit extra in there to keep it safe, and then I'll pack that. But with all that being said, there's one more, maybe 2 more questions on there. I'll answer those, and then I'm going to get on to packing the harder stuff, and I'll let you guys get on with your day. So now it's that $105 sale I just had. I don't even want to look at it. Can you do a video on how you list golf clubs, take measurements? Just wondering what box is used. So medium, if you go onto USPS.com, this is the medium mailing tube. This is all you need generally for golf clubs. Unless you have really, really big drivers, then you need to buy a special box. If it's longer than this one, then you just add an extra box or a piece of a box to make it longer. I do have a video on how to ship golf clubs. So if you go back on my channel and search back, there's one specifically that says how to ship golf clubs. The only thing I didn't put on there was like the listing part of it. So what I do, I have a camera set up over in the corner here, and I'll put the end of it up on the wall, and then I take the measuring tape from the end down to the floor so people can see the exact length of from the end of the handle to the ground, because they want to know when they're golfing what is the exact measurement to the ground, so they know if it's their right swing for them. So that's all I do there. Nike doesn't make golf clubs anymore, so those are going to be a couple years old. And the good thing on that is some people pay more to replace pieces and sets if they like their existing golf club set. So Nikes can do really well. All right, unless there are any more questions. I doubt it, because I asked that a few minutes ago and nobody else asked any, but thank you for that question there. Thank you everybody who hung out to this point. Again, hopefully you have a great sales week. Hopefully you got a lot of stuff done while you were watching, listening. Hopefully I was just on in the background and you were listening to that. Just to the ground makes sense. Yep, that's it. I measure it from the tip of the club all the way down to the ground, and I show just a picture, so I don't show the end. They know that it's at the end of the club. I just show a picture of the bottom at the head and where it meets the ground. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy selling. Peace. That doesn't really work on a live. Good stuff, man. Congrats on the sales. See ya. Thank you.